Good morning. Good morning. It is Kim Wade. Obviously, I haven't been here in a minute. As I was saying to a friend of mine, my morning routine has so changed, so different than the way it used to be when my kids were here. Now they're off to college, and so my routines are very different, and I'm finding my way. I'm still loving my morning routine, I have to say, but it's different. But I wanted to jump on here today because I wanted to offer you something that I'm putting out to my inner circle group that it touches me so deeply. So this month we're talking about nurturing your creativity, nurturing your artist, right? We talked about what does it mean to nurture? What does art mean? What does creativity mean? Are we all creative? That's kind of where we've been spinning. And the image that has been popped up into my head this week is the idea of a bird, right? Has to crack open that shell and fly. You can't fly if you don't break the shell. In other words, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. And I will, the insanity is this when we do the same thing over and over again and we expect different results. That's what Einstein says is insanity. Yeah, right. I want things to be different. I want my results to be differently, but I keep doing the same things. I keep thinking the same things. I keep responding in the same ways. So we have to break the shell. So sometimes what nurturing means is it means pushing against the shell, right? Opening up into what I want. Now, I'm working with a young woman who is in high school, love working with this young woman. And we were, she's hired me to teach her meditation. And we were talking about that idea of Sesame Street where there's a near and a far, right? Near, far, near, far. We are both. We are both. So the way I had described it to her is here I am, right? And I'm looking at you right now. And we could say that I'm there, right? I'm there, but I'm also here and I'm also here because there's all these different levels. So these are our thought chatters, right? These are the thought chatters, and these are me because I'm thinking them, but I'm also knowing that I'm also there. And so that's what I wanted to ponder with you today is this idea of what thoughts are you keeping that block you from connecting to the real you. Okay. So, first of all, yoga for the inner work in Himsa Yoga Studios, October 7th, I think is when it starts. I'm going to do a 3-weekend series where we literally are learning what is yoga. You talk about yoga, knowing who you are. Yoga is about knowing yourself and self-realization. How does that work when you're doing triangle pose? The course is about that. So I'd love for you to come yoga for the inner work. I'm also doing a fundamental yoga series at Ahimsa on Sundays in October. For those of you who really feel like you're not getting the basics of yoga, the classes are moving quickly, or you've never done yoga and you want to, if you're injured or overweight, or you don't have flexible hamstrings, or whatever reasons you're not getting to the mat, or if you feel like you've sort of skipped the basics and you're into the vinyasas and you want to go back and rewind and learn what are the basics. What is Ujjayi breathing? What is mountain pose? What is triangle pose? Then that course is for you. So because I really want to teach yoga, right? I want to teach yoga, not just poses. But I'm jumping on here today because I'm talking about this idea of keeping the same thoughts, but expecting the different results. Okay. So on my post this morning, and I'll post it down here. If you're on the subscriber newsletter list, you'll see it down there. But this idea of you got 45 minutes. How are you going to use it? You could eat a bag of salt and vinegar chips like I have in 45 minutes. That is a true story. You could, put a load of wash on delicates, for 45 minutes. You could take the dog for a medium paced walk, right? You could scroll social media, right? Or you could come into a yoga class, my 45-minute yoga class today at 12:15, where we are toning our ballet arms. We are strengthening and stretching our hips. We are focusing on our core. We are expanding our breath. We are nurturing our nervous system. We are building a sense of accomplishment, a sense of joy, a sense of pride, a sense of being inspirational to our friends and family who are watching us do this work, right? 45 minutes. You have it here. You have it right now. How are you going to spend it? So this is the change, right? If nothing changes, nothing changes, right? And then as soon as you master one level, yoga opens the next level, and then it opens the next level. So we are always meant to expand. Expand to what is the question? That's the ponder. What are you expanding? Same, right? Are you expanding into the same, more of the same, more of the same, more resentment, more burnout, right? More stagnation? Or are you expanding aligning with who you are meant to be, which is that over there, right? That oneness with. Okay. I hope this is a benefit. I hope to see you at 12:15 today, live central in Himsa Yoga Studios in Evanston, or you can always join online no matter where in the world you are. And then the last thing I will say is I have announced my annual yoga retreat. So many of my clients are struggling with either going through a divorce, or they are empty nesters, or they're working through some injuries or illnesses, or they are trying to learn about what they want and they really don't know who they are. This idea of going on a retreat is time to take pause and see these different levels in a really fun and safe way. I like to say it's a slumber party in yoga pants. Okay. Lots of stuff coming up. I hope to see you again. Take a moment right now, right? Ponder, what do I want for my fall quarter? What do I want for this fall quarter? How do I want to be showing up? And then making those changes so that things start to actually change. That's how yoga works. Okay. I love you all so very much. Thank you so much for being a seeker, because you lighting up is lighting up every single person who you come in contact with. It's true. It's real. We're plugging into one another, and your doing this work helps everybody who loves you. So I see you and I appreciate you doing it. I know it's not always easy. All right. Deep bows. So much love. Namaste. Bye-bye. Today, 12:15. I see you.